Welcome to Research Methods for Library and Information People Science Stuff, which is kind of a long-winded title when the course is really kind of a general social science research methods course. I'll use a lot of examples from the LIS literature, and most of the readings will be from that end of the spectrum, but the actual process, theory, and statistics we will look at will all be mainstream social science stuff. The key here, of course, is the definition of the word research. We'll spend a considerable amount of time in this week's lecture on the question, but it is worth exploring here as well. Research is not poking around in the library and coming up with enough citations to satisfy the professor that you have written a halfway decent paper. Research, as we're going to define it here, involves theory building, hypothesis testing, drawing conclusions based on evidence, and tests of various sorts. It is the sifting and winnowing of fact from fiction, fondly held beliefs from evidence-based conclusions, and almost endless challenge of authority, even when that authority is me. Challenging authority, asking questions, looking at old stories from different points of view, seeking new evidence and new interpretations of old evidence is the only way we increase knowledge and make progress. In the field of librarianship, we are dealing, by and large, with human beings in all their variety and the interaction of our institutions with those human beings. Things can get exceedingly complex. And the more real research we can put into the matter at hand, the better chance we have of better understanding our users, our non-users, and our institutions. So for the rest of the semester, we will be working on gaining some understanding of the research process and how it affects our field. One semester cannot make a researcher out of you, and that's not the goal. What we can do, I hope, is to make you a better consumer of research. You will be able to tell if the latest issue of Research and Stuff in Library Land is publishing decent material on which you can base operational decisions, or somebody fudged the chi-square, or the correlations mean nothing, or the evidence simply does not support the conclusions. If you really get this course, you may never look at the world in quite the same way again. If you don't get it right away, stick with it. There's always kind of a delayed learning curve with research, and what is not immediately clear this week may very well be 2 or 3 weeks down the line. And on that note, back to the written part of this week's material.